Hamilton was down in 20th thanks to his brake failure and a replacement gearbox. Williams was now a regular challenger to Mercedes, but beating them would not be an easy task. With Hamilton near the back of the grid, nothing less than a signature zero-to-hero drive would do. The Yankee had an issue at the back, but it was fourth-place Magnussen's move on Massa ahead that had dramatic results.
Felipe, are you okay? Felipe, are you okay?
Magnussen had put pressure on Bottas before he got to grips with Massa. Alonso tried to take on the Red Bulls, but Ricciardo's lightning-quick reactions kept him in the hunt, albeit near the back. Rosberg and Bottas kept clear of the carnage behind. Felipe was very lucky to escape unharmed. The track had been cleared. Now Kvyat tried to find his way clear of 7th-placed Perez. He made his move, but the Toro Rosso would have to pit for repairs and dropped right down the order. Lap 13, the first round of stops were underway, but Hamilton was on a long first stint in a bid to make up some much-needed ground. He launched down the inside of Raikkonen, but it didn't quite go to plan.
Okay, we check, but seems okay. Seems okay, we check.
Saw something come off my wing, just check it please.
The front wing debris, that was off Raikkonen's car, not yours, that's the Ferrari.
Race leader Rosberg made his first stop. Off came the super softs. On went the soft tyres. His advantage was so great he rejoined without losing position. Lewis was second thanks to his strategy and aggressive driving. Valtteri had just stopped and now loomed in the mirrors of the Mercedes. With fresher tyres and a boost from DRS, the Williams moved up into second.
So this isn't a problem, Lewis. We're playing the long game.
Important to keep up with him.
It's not important, it's more important to make the stint.
Things showed no sign of improving at Lotus.
Okay, sorry, man, stop the car, stop the car, stop the car, please.
For f***'s sake. Unbelievable. What's happened again?
It was Grosjean's 4th retirement of the season to date, and the whole team felt his frustration. Hamilton's out-of-sync stop had dropped him back down the order. Ricciardo proved to be no pushover. But Hamilton persisted and took 7th.
Okay, Daniel, try and stick with Hamilton.
Button was next on Lewis's radar, but there was a misunderstanding.
Hamilton, you see me in the rear?
Damage to my front wing. I thought he was letting me pass.
Okay, copy that, we'll keep an eye. Yes, front wing end plate damage.
I thought he was letting me past. He went really wide, so it might be an investigator, guys.
Negative, Lewis, negative.
Lewis later apologised to his fellow Brit, but the clash and consequent wing damage was not what he needed to continue his charge. Lap 46, and there was more drama for Daniil Kvyat.
Switch off, Daniel, switch off. P1 immediately, P1. Jump on the left-hand side. Fire.
The marshals were on hand, but he managed to jump to safety. It made for uncomfortable viewing from the pit wall and for the mechanics. Alonso had jumped Vettel at the second round of stops and was on course for a possible podium. But Hamilton had just made a third stop, and with a new set of Supersofts and DRS, he was unstoppable. A turnaround in fortunes was desperately needed for Sauber, but it didn't arrive in Hockenheim. Sutil was stranded in a very vulnerable position. It was frustrating for the team. And for the German driver at his home event, without a safety car, the marshals had to take action.
So caution, marshals on track.
That's so dangerous with them there, man.
Yeah, firm, Lewis.
The marshals recovered the Sauber without the intervention of a safety car. A planned two-stop strategy hadn't worked out for Alonso, but following a third stop he maximised his Supersofts and got the jump on Ricciardo for fifth. But staying ahead proved quite a challenge. The Australian wasn't intimidated by Alonso's pedigree in the slightest, and raced hard. Silverstone had belonged to Hamilton, but Hockenheim was utterly dominated by Rosberg. He'd started on pole and had led every lap of the race to secure his first ever home Grand Prix win.
Yes, thank you! Thanks a lot, guys.
Absolutely brilliant drive, Nico. Well done, well done.
Nico took win number 4 this year, and it was an all-Mercedes-powered podium in front of the German fans. Vettel had a quiet afternoon in 4th, while Alonso managed to restrain Ricciardo despite being on the limit with fuel. Rosberg increased his lead at the top, Bottas nudged closer to Alonso's 4th place,